If you have comments, you have questions, we'll answer them live. That also automatically enters you to win. All right, Ryan, tell us about... Oh, and Brian, also welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Are you mic'd up? Can people hear you? I hope.
I think so. Hope so.
Are you reviewing Ryse for us?
I am, yep. It's going to go up at 3 a.m. tomorrow.
That's really early. Are you going to be up in the comments?
I've been told that I don't have to, but I think I want to.
Yeah.
You know, it's a really big game.
It's one of the big, launch
I will hand over to you, sir.
All right.
I've also finished Ryse, so
okay.
I'm happy to speak to it. Now, yeah, our review doesn't go up, so we can't give you our score or tell you exactly what we're thinking, but we're going to show you the game, and we can talk through these first couple levels of the game.
So you're signed in, so it only listens to you, connected? Is that what
yeah,
you're saying, fire volley right now?
Fire volley.
There we go.
Yeah, the voice command, I mean, what's interesting about Ryse, as you see here, if you were paying attention a minute ago, they've actually incentivized you to use those voice commands. Try doing the LB version. If you hold down the button, it's a lot slower than just saying it. So they want you to just say it. Let's get some hit those
the
fire barrels and explosive barrels. Yeah, let's get some explosions going here. Of course, you panned away from the explosion, Brian.
I got to get this one going.
Got to get some good TV here.
That's true.
There we go. There's one more yellow fire barrel there. There we go. There it is. Burn those barbarians.
So
trying to come into Rome.
This is level 1.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the very beginning of the game. This is what you'll see.
Is this what we saw at the E3 demo? That level?
No, that was about halfway in or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's whole storming the beach.
It's a really good level, though.
Fire volley.
Thank you. I'll take
You're welcome.
Yeah, so one of our viewers, Simon Kim, was just asking, are there any useful voice commands in Ryse? So apparently
that's one of them. And I think that's the major one.
There's volley. I'm pretty sure the
there's an archer
also
one.
Works.
Oh, here we go. Catapult fire.
Great.
Oh, we talked over each other. Catapult fire.
We're almost done here, so we can get out of the third sequence and show more of the regular
back
combat.
Into the combat.
I think it's actually right here. Yep.
Boom.
This game looks incredible.
It does
really
look
nice.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Forza and NBA 2K14 are, in my opinion, the absolute prettiest of the Xbox One launch titles.
Yeah, so Crytek made Crysis, and I was like, oh man, the jungles look great in that game, and there are jungles in Ryse that look every bit as good as Crysis, or even better. I'm really a sucker for like really pretty environments in games.
Yeah, we've already I've upgraded the heck out of. You can ignore that. I've just about every upgrade. We don't want to show all of them. I'm going to save a little surprise. But you can also unlock new executions as well, which is nice. You don't see the same 3 over and over.
Help me! I command you, my emperor.
Are we letting the cutscenes roll here?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think we can skip them anyway. Okay. Now we're showing the full first couple levels here, whatever we've got time for.
This demon. We need to get you to a safe place. Your chambers.
Can we get Twitter up on the monitor here? Starting to get some questions in from our viewers.
So
here we go.
Question from Stone C11. Can you turn off the color QuickTime events on the characters in Ryse?
Oh no, they are part of the game.
They're there for the whole game.
Yep. Although you don't actually have to hit the button to complete them, you just get a lower score on your combo if you don't match that prompt.
And you'll die a lot quicker because you won't regenerate your health if you've chosen health regen as your, which I prefer the health regen option myself.
I'm almost always doing health. If I'm doing really well, I'll switch to XP.
Yeah.
But
yes, we know. Yes, thank you, Ryse. We've played this game already. Get them? It's always the Y button when you're stomping their face.
Yep. Eventually you'll learn it, and then you can get your what's it called,
legendary hits. Yeah. Or legendary executions, rather.
Right.
Yeah. Get him. Yeah.
Double execution.
Double execution.
A lot
Here
more
it comes.
experience or health or whatever it is you have selected at the time.
Oh, see ya into the pool. You're not.
There are a lot of environmental executions.
This is my ool. Notice there's no blood in it. Yeah, I know. We'll have a lot more to say. I know a lot of people are really going to be curious to see our Ryse review.
There's just limbs lying around on the ground.
Yeah, well, it's ancient Rome. That's, we'll get somebody in there to clean that up later.
Eventually, you start to learn
Yeah.
which ones it is, and then you'll
Yeah.
get your legendary hits. Not much of a problem.
Good. Yeah.
This game is brutal.
Deflect,
into blocking.
Brian,
I know.
deflect. Here comes another guy. There we go.
I got it.
I'm all backseat gaming over here. I'm really annoying.
Double execution. Trying to set it up. There we go.
That wasn't. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I was like,
Coup
it's
de
done
grace.
now? Yeah.
Yeah, as much that was made on various internet forums and IGN comment sections about, oh, it's 900p, it's not full 1080p. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
That sounds so silly, and then you play it and you're like, it doesn't.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Look at this.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And it is a steady 30 frames the whole time.
Yeah, it does
So
not
it's,
dip.
you know, it's not 60, but it's smooth. Nice fire effects too. Yeah, kick that guy in the face.
Oh, wait, he's
Take
ready
him
for
down.
execution. I really like when you're like on edges of like tall buildings, whatever, you kick them off.
Yeah,
or
there's some
something.
contextual
You'll
kills
throw
as
them in a
well.
fire.
Oh, come on.
So do we have a good Ryse question? Are we going to hold out a few more minutes?
We've got lots of good questions here. The real Hades asks, is the combat of Ryse comparable to that of the Arkham franchise? It looks that way.
That's a pretty fair comparison, I'd say. It's, this is, well, Brian, I'll let you speak to it. Again, just based on these first couple levels, because our review goes up at 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. So when you wake up for breakfast tomorrow, you can have breakfast with our Ryse review.
Or you can get up at 3.
Or you can, if you're a night
3
owl.
Pacific.
3 Pacific, sure.
It kind of is. Batman has a very he can dash really quickly across the screen. You're not doing that.
That's true. You're an armored up centurion
Yes,
here.
you're slower. Also, in Batman, you get generally a lot more tools to do things with. In this, it's like a very fundamental set of sword and shield skills.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, if you look at it, you'd be like, yeah, this kind of looks like Arkham. A lot of countering, lots and lots of countering.
Yeah, it's much fairer to compare the combat to Batman than to, say, God of War or something like that.
Some racy statues in this room.
It's, again, ancient Rome. You gotta go with the flow here, Damon.
Yes, safe.
You know what's up.
But you... What family? What's your name, soldier?
Marius.
This is louder on the
My
screen.
name
right?
is of no import.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Just
it's
making
not.
sure. It's really quiet.
It's
in
not
here.
whisper
Yeah,
quiet.
no, we've got our television turned down. This is Emperor Nero here that we're protecting now, saving him from the barbarian horde that's invading Rome.
My father
I really
told
love
me
these
that we were
cutscenes
fated
as
to
well.
be gods, but that we alone
it looks
should
really good.
survive.
It does.
You were fated to be
When the game was
emperor.
first revealed, wasn't it just like a rock with a carving in it? Something sort of like this, right?
I was
Do you
trying to
remember
think-
that?
it was-
Oh, the
what was
initial
code name?
Project
Kingdoms.
Kingdoms.
Product Kingdoms. That's right.
Yeah, way back in the day.
2010?
We just saw like a
2010.
sandal like
What
come
made
down.
us the men
Yeah,
we
and
are
then,
today?
of course, for those of you who may be new to the Xbox world or have just forgotten at this point, Ryse was originally a Kinect game, a purely Kinect-only game. Yeah, that was revealed. I think that was 2011, if I remember correctly, that trailer was revealed. You were gonna slash and kick at the screen, and but it has made quite the transformation.
Yes, most of that is gone.
Father. Marius?
Yeah, so
Faces look really cool.
They
too.
do.
Yeah, they're
I was
really
just noticing
nice.
like his teeth look
How do I look?
Yeah.
like really,
Every
really,
inch of the
good.
Roman soldier.
So we
You look
we
fine.
jumped back. This is young
Welcome.
Marius now. He just got in the Roman army, correct?
Welcome.
He's coming back to meet his father.
Yeah.
Yeah, their facial
Proud
animations
father.
and voice acting in this game is incredible.
I love. Yeah, the voice acting is really, really good.
I was really convinced by it.
Quiet, Province. Your mother will be pleased.
I didn't join the army to bask in the sun, Father. I want to fight like you did for the
If you want to, like,
Good time,
I'm such a tech geek sometimes that, like, the red bristles on his helmet just look so good. It reminded me a little bit of, like, fur shading a little bit, like like back in Conker's Bad
Right,
Fur
right,
Day
right.
on Xbox, the remake.
Let me look at you.
Games like this, they make me think. If you remember back to the whole like David Cage, oh, we need polygons for motion sort of thing. I mean, you don't need them, but they certainly
They
don't
help.
hurt.
Yeah.
Like if you want to tell a story with, sometimes they don't say things. Their face just shows something.
That's very true.
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, there's some
This
cool
is it.
stuff with just in the eyes in this game.
Is there something troubling you, Father?
We will talk in good time.
For now, let's see what you've learned.
Yes.
Question here from Sam Corbett. Does Ryse, Son of Rome have Roman mythology in it?
Yes. That's all we'll say.
Okay.
And some of the characters are actual Roman, like historical Roman characters.
That is true. We're going to train with Dad a little bit here, brush up on our skills. Whoa, easy, Damon. Wooden swords. Practice, practice. Do you want to spill any blood on these nice marble
look how
floors?
nice this is, yeah.
That's
Gorgeous.
it. Good work, my son. Now do it again, but this time strike 3 times.
Yeah, I like this. It's, you know, it feels like a more realistic tutorial than you're just like, oh, now I'm hitting things. You know,
Yeah.
It's your dad. He was an old soldier. He's training you.
That's what they did back in ancient Rome. It's like carry on in the ways of
Start
your
again.
father.
Now, unfortunately, and you can give me some insight to this, this is the one I've had a lot of trouble on. Because he blocks that last hit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to land 3 hits on him. So I try this, and I'll try and break one more. Is that what you do?
More time.
Yeah, I mean, did you,
I think
did
I
you
just
mix
did
in
it there.
the shield bash as well?
Okay, that seems to be working.
Excellent swordplay. Ready yourself.
Yeah, deflects. Deflects are super important.
Very.
You'll be doing that.
You'll
the whole
get
game.
crushed if you don't deflect attacks.
Focus, Marius. Timing is everything.
Enemies don't only glow green at the
Nope.
time when they're about to do that.
That's just for
right.
this tutorial bit here.
Look for the opportunity.
But that opens them up for a lot of counterattacks. Some enemies just can't be blocked. They have big, like, great hammers or whatever. So
Right.
I shouldn't have been looking at you there.
And yeah.
Not like that. You must time your strike.
Good job, son.
Again.
Oh, he wants the perfectly timed ones. He's picky.
Perfect.
Well, you know, he holds you to a
Nothing's
high
ever good
standard.
enough.
Yeah, Dad, come on.
Now put your moves together. Combined attack.
I love that you get home, your mom comes up and hugs you, and it's like, and mom's like, your sister really wants to see you, and Dad's like, hold on, we gotta go train
hold on.
right away before you hug anyone, before you, like, you've been gone a while, but we need to hit the gym immediately here.
That's the way. Masterful.
Okay.
It's a sad but proud day. The day a son first beats his father. You may have mastered the sword, but
Yeah, this is definitely one game you could never mistake for an Xbox 360 game.
always come
Yeah, certainly.
open-handed first.
There are a lot of cutscenes in this first few
I've heard
levels.
rumors there is great.
Yeah,
We can skip cutscenes.
Can we?
I don't think we can, unless maybe
Oh.
because I've already played the game we can.
Oh, I don't. That sounds right. Because I don't think I could either when I first played it.
Oh wait, the barbarians got in. They're like, God, they're so annoying, these barbarians. Oh, shield to the face. Oh! Don't you hate when you go too early? Like, no,
yeah,
I was there!
yeah.
I was just too early! Now you're penalizing me for it.
Like the Brad Pitt move in Troy.
In Troy.
That's right.
I thought the exact same thing. I try to do that as often as possible because it looks cool.
Oh, that was a heavy attack there. You held down the button and really came jumping down.
If you hold X, it's just like an attack. But if you hold Y and do that, it breaks their block like that.
Yeah.
Very effective. There are enemies with really big shields that are just a lot bigger than you. You'll have to,
Oh! Oh! That's gonna leave a scar.
I didn't. By the end of the Ryse, I wasn't like, oh, just another execution. Every time you're just like, oh man, this is.
Oh no.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Why didn't you let me hug her before we trained?
Exactly.
Every last one of you.
Butterfly effect. If we'd hugged it out to start with, maybe we would
Might
have
not
been
be in
there.
this position. Exactly.
Are you all right?
Kill him.
That is real mad.
Everybody's upset.
Everyone's real
at
mad in this
point.
game.
Now we're just bloodying up those nice floors as well.
So if you land an attack and then you hit attack again right when that attack lands,
Yeah, you get that perfect,
perfect
hit. Get that arm off there.
doesn't
Don't
need
need
it.
that.
Oh, or your neck, I guess.
You can get legs too.
You do heads?
No, they don't do heads.
You don't. You slit a lot of throats.
Lots.
If that
Oh
counts.
yeah, or right through the neck, but we don't actually we don't take the heads off. Oh, here we go.
I missed the mic.
Pressures of being on live
I know.
television right here, live broadcast.
I was on PlayStation live stream. I'm like, I'm not playing as well as I should be.
You are being judged right now by commenters.
That's fine. I got to get used to it.
One of our viewers, Miguel Nunez, asks, "Is there any online for Ryse?"
You can talk about what it has. Yeah.
Yeah, so it has co-op modes. So it's 2 people in the Roman Colosseum. And the
Which is a great idea, by the way,
Right.
just in principle.
It's really neat because the Colosseum, unlike in real life, it like shifts and molds and changes into like different death traps and pits.
Right.
And
I mean,
things.
they did that in ancient Rome, just not
Yeah, but it's like
instantaneously.
mechanically,
they would
right.
set up sets in actual ancient Rome, so they've played upon that here with the 2-player co-op
Yep.
mode.
And it's sort of like, go defend this objective.
No!
Yeah, there's somewhere he stabs them and then like throws them over him with the sword. I don't know if I've used any of those yet. We'll have to get one. But yeah, it's 2-player. There are several different kinds of maps within the Colosseum.
Yeah, it's sort of a Gears of War horde mode. It's in that vein. You know, it's 2 players against, trying to kill a whole bunch of AI opponents. There is no versus. There's no competitive multiplayer in this game.
I think this guy's man boobs are jiggling.
It's next
gen, Damon. Next gen is here.
What do you think all those processors and RAM are doing?
All those RAMs. So this guy is the first guy we fought where we have to break his guard because he has a big shield.
Oh.
Yep.
But I like to see the look on his face there as he actually looked like he was not feeling good.
I mean, probably not. Did we vote? We're skipping these.
I mean, I guess we probably should if we can. Were you able to skip it?
Oh, not this one.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
Didn't
This one's not a long one though.
And we can say there's a lot more story in this game, even if we are spoiling a little bit here at the beginning. First, let's admire
stop.
the view because this is.
At the Coliseum
I did this the whole game. Like I was taking my time and I was stopping to smell the roses because I was like, that's the first time you go through a game. You only get one first time to see. It's the old saying. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
There were many times where I just stopped and was like,
you just stop and look
at
around,
this
like,
place.
wow. You got there's cool like graffiti on the city walls. Right there. That's nice.
Well, Ryan, Mal Campbell has a question for you.
For me.
Yeah, Ryse or Dead Rising 3?
Again,
Which
our
one should I buy?
Ryse review goes up at 3 a.m. You can at least get a decent impression for yourself of Ryse here. Our Dead Rising review is already up. We gave it an 8.3. Our own Dan Stapleton, which I did some co-op with him and played a little bit of single player myself. I'm very excited to get back to playing more Dead Rising.
I just want to point out that execution had 4 stabs in it.
4 stabs. That is a 4-stab execution, everyone. But yeah, I quite like Dead Rising. There's a lot of meat on the bone in Dead Rising for sure. I would definitely recommend Dead Rising, and I mean, Brian will have his review up at 3 a.m. I definitely have a strong opinion on Ryse as well. And I actually am really looking forward to that dumb embargo lifting so I can talk about it.
It seems like maybe people will be pleasantly surprised. I think all this time people have been a little bit lukewarm on Ryse.
I will say, these first 2 levels that we're doing now, that's what Brian and I got to play for a preview about 3 or so weeks ago. And so I can say, I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you, Damon, from seeing it at E3 and then the other trade shows and events that followed, it was kind of like, okay, maybe. Yeah. But then, finally getting to sit down and play these first 2 levels a couple of weeks ago, as we stated in our video preview, I really warmed up to at least the first 2 levels. So but the full game there is a lot more going on than what you see in the first 2 levels. So I look forward to talking about it tomorrow.
And there's a lot of story stuff we can't talk about that I thought was super interesting too.
There are a lot of collectibles too. I was looking around for them as much as I could, but I only got most of
shield-looking
the
things,
vistas. I
yes.
got most of them. But then the other ones, I think it's whatever the scrolls are.
Right. I only got 10.
Yeah, I only got like 17 out of, I think, 42 of them.
Yeah. And I look around a lot in these games.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't right now, but... Oh, I really love these things. The spears. What are they called?
Javelins
or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That guy probably shouldn't have been just standing out there.
He's just an innocent.
I mean...
He's just announcing
his
what's
city's
going
being taken
on.
over.
Hila,
They say don't shoot the messenger, right?
Well, they just did. they throated him. Is that a word? I don't think that's a. I don't think
Throated?
Throated.
Throated?
That's. I'm inventing that word for removing someone's throat with a.
Language is malleable.
Hila.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Selfie is the word of the year. So
That's true. It's in the dictionary now, right? Or
Is that true?
yeah, that is true. It's a fact.
I don't want to do anything anymore.
Our viewer Randy Lamberson asks, does Ryse utilize the rumble feedback in the triggers on the Xbox One controller?
It does not.
In the
impulse
grips,
triggers,
but not in the triggers.
The impulse triggers. 2K14 does. Strangely, I mean, you might not expect it, but they're there. And then, of course, Forza is the big one. And I believe those are the only two I've noticed so far, and I've played just about every launch game.
Well, we got focus going on here.
Oh yeah, you did the slow down time and kick some ass.
Yep. Super handy when you're surrounded by, especially enemies that... I'm working on it. He doesn't need it. Yeah, your focus meter, and we have a lot right now because this is a kid who has beaten the game.
Yeah, we're a little
we're kind of taking care of things.
overpowered here.
Yeah,
Probably should have pumped up the difficulty level, but
It's okay, we look like that.
that's true. It just looks like we know what we're doing. You love those doubles, don't you?
I do.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Missed the prompt on that. Get that leg
See,
off.
that is one thing about this. Oh, there's something detached over there. But tell me if you agree, Brian. Like, even though there are a finite number of the executions, it got to the point where, like, when I would miss one, I would really get upset at myself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, how did I whiff on that one?
Exactly, and especially because I wanted the more health regen or whatever
Yeah.
it is you get from nailing the perfect
And what would
execution.
happen was I'd be upset at myself for missing one, and I'd just be like, bring me the next guy. I want to get the next guy.
And also, I felt like I started to learn some of them.
Oh,
and
throw.
so sometimes I'll just hit X before it even comes up, and I'll get a legendary hit to do it so fast.
Yeah. Arm.
Is arm is X, right? Usually,
Yes.
the head stomp is Y. I
Y.
think.
Head stomp is
Yeah.
always Y.
Actually, let's do this. If you do focus and then you do a heavy kick, it just blasts them back. It's pretty good.
So speaking of,
It could happen. Oh, see,
just gave up.
bailed
It's
out.
too much. I would give up too.
so speaking of head stomps and throating people and de-arming people,
Go! Every time I love it.
Berg asks, does the amount of gore ever bother you in Ryse?
I mean, I can see how that would bother some people, but no, it doesn't bother me.
You're a family man.
I've played a lot of.
family man.
I wouldn't play this in front of my kid.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I played a lot of Gears of War. That might have been Gears, or maybe Mortal Kombat would be the first game where I was like, oh wow, so much gore. But now I'm just kind of used to seeing it in games. Maybe that's not great.
There was that study this week, Damon. The 11,000 kids studied over a decade.
Yeah.
In
No
Britain.
evidence.
No evidence that playing video games affects behavior or aggression or anything. So take that, naysayers. He's already got one. Well, you are.
It's not enough, Brian.
You got to teach that barbarian a lesson. Like, do not come into Rome. This will happen.
Get
to
out
you.
of here.
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
Is that your best Batman?
That was bad Keaton Batman. That was a line from the '89 version. Of course, he says, "I'm not going to kill you. I want you to tell your friends about you're just killing these guys."
Yeah, I mean,
For the
no second chances.
Yeah, like the blood spray is a nice touch too.
I love these spears. You can upgrade your inventory size.
And you know what
which
else?
believe
I want
yours
to
is-
I want to point out one other thing that I like about this game from just from the immersion perspective. Now, this might sound a little dark, but I like that all those bodies stay on the ground and they don't
Sure.
just phase
Yeah,
out
like, they don't, like,
instantaneously.
flicker away.
Because that's when that happens, it just pulls me right out of the game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Lower the bridge,
There are a few like
Marines.
very
Be
minor platforming and puzzle solving sort of things. That's what we're doing right now. Got to lower this bridge for Dad and throw a spear at it.
Yeah.
That's it, son. Keep going. To the Forum, Marius. Don't stop for anything.
Oh, I know we'll get to this later, Damon, but the other... So Ryse is the last of the first-party game reviews that'll be going up at 3 a.m. Pacific tonight, 6 a.m. East. But just this morning, if you missed it, if you're tuning into the live stream right now, our Forza Motorsport 5 review is up right now. So maybe pop another browser window open and check that out.
We'll be playing Forza in about 13 minutes.
Excellent. I'm glad that's our
Game was
next
great
game.
too.
Oh, so good. Get him.
I'm working on it.
Just, you know when that arm is hanging out, that it's
Yep.
gonna go.
One I'm actually really fond of is he stabs them and then backs up and gives them a chance to swing and just kind of dodges a few hits.
Oh, yeah, that's
should keep
one
playing
you
it.
unlock later,
Yeah.
and I have it unlocked
I think we've
here.
done it a few times already, and I'm a fan of that one.
Another Albert, not Brian Albert, but
right.
another Albert asks, are there multiple difficulties?
Oh,
settings
that's
in Ryse?
unfortunate. Sorry, what?
Multiple difficulties.
Oh yes, it goes up Halo style. It goes up to legendary. There's 4 difficulty settings. We're on the default normal one, and then yeah, it goes up. I'm actually strongly. There's so many launch games to get through, but I do. So I don't know if I'll get there, but I in my heart I do want to replay this on legendary. It's a matter of if I end up having the time. This is a game. It's sort of tempting to go for all 1,000 achievement points.
Yeah.
Time for what? Further!
I assume some of them are tied to the multiplayer.
There are some multiplayer ones, yes.
I thought it was
A
secret
plant,
thing.
yeah, I thought the same thing too.
Because they glow green, right? That's what the
The
secrets are.
collectibles, yeah, are either on shields or dead bodies.
Thought I might have helped you there, but nope.
This is a good battle scene.
It is good.
here.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's cool. Your commander.
So we started out in the game in a battle, and then we flashed back to this time. Isn't that right? This is still in a
yes,
flashback?
When we were with Nero in the beginning, that was the present, as it were, and now we are back earlier in Marius's life.
And I
Here.
assume we'll eventually flash back.
Not
forward.
very far, by the way. Only just I don't know, whatever it is, a week or a month.
Oh, wow.
You really get to test out your skills here. And I will say that this area shows off. One thing I like about the AI in this game is they're not polite. You know, it's not like Kung Fu rules where we wait our turn to fight you. Like,
Yeah.
you will get swarmed by 3, 4, sometimes 5 guys.
Yeah. It's all about countering when they
Yeah,
do
you
that.
have to
They'll
deflect.
crowd you. I need to get the one where he throws him. I don't know how to do that specifically.
I'm sure I have it unlocked. There we go, there's one.
Might as well use this up while I got so much.
Oh!
I regret nothing.
There we go. That was a good
Nice. This guy, wouldn't this guy run at this point?
Yeah.
Like, gee, my friend just got not only killed but humiliated.
Oh,
Oh, man. But these guys, they are dedicated to the barbarian cause.
True.
They are like, my friend just, bad things just happened to him, but I'm going to hang in and try and take out this really angry bowman warrior.
Lance.
So I am seeing faces reused, but I gotta give Crytek props for not just putting all the enemies in helmets.
And Matt, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the big guy with the man boobs, as you said.
Yeah.
You see him
You see
a
him
lot.
very often, yeah.
Oh! I think that was his liver.
All this meat.
One or two more here. The other guys are just hanging out, like, well, we'll let Marius handle this.
Ryan, Xenokai has an Xbox One question.
Hit me.
It says, I've been hearing there is no universal inversion setting for the Y-axis on Xbox One like there was on 360.
It's funny he mentions that
This is
because
true.
it didn't dawn on me until like a couple days ago, and because I've been having to change it in every game because I'm an inverted guy.
So it's true?
And I have not. If it's there, I have not found it. I'm pretty sure it's not there, and it's incredibly aggravating.
That's another, because I play inverted as well.
Yeah,
All inverted, so it's
we're
like,
all,
yeah.
all right. Hashtag team inverted.
But I thought that was so cool about the 360.
Well, what's hilarious is when they laid that out on 360, which was from day one, but that was in there from November 22nd, 2005. It was originally going to be like grow to become more, but all it ever ended up being was the racing profile, which was your default whatever camera view you liked in your racing games, and action games, which was basically inverting your Y look. They never added any more, but really, the invert was all I needed. The fact that every game would automatically invert for me was so great, and I'm really missing that feature on Xbox One.
I really miss being able to set my game type to underground. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Recreational user,
Because that
underground
mattered
user.
at all.
Yeah.
Someone, help Leontius.
I think we have to. Should we?
Maybe we can go out with this.
We still have about 7 minutes on Ryse here.
I think that's the end of the level, though.
Is this the second level?
This is the first
No, that's true. This is the first level. Okay, so we're good. Never mind. I was worried that. I mean, it's ancient Rome. It's like this wasn't going to happen.
Right.
You must save Rome.
But see, it sets up to be just like it's a revenge tale, and I didn't feel like it was like boring or standard at all as it went on.
No. Yeah, and it's interesting. You and I ended up having somewhat different opinions of this game, so I think there's going to be a lot of interest in our Ryse review tonight/tomorrow.
3 a.m.
3 in the morning Pacific. No, I will be sound asleep. I already know. I've already written my review in my head for my own review.
I fought with your father.
Look at again. I'm gonna go back. Look at the cool bristles. Look how nice they look.
I promise I will give you as much as you can handle.
Next gen bristles, Damon.
You were the second.
They've arrived.
They have
Not
arrived.
anymore. Welcome to the 14th flat.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a thing that's happening a lot in games these days. Like your dad or mentor dies, and then someone's like, "Yeah, you're with me."
What other game?
Killzone just did that on PS4.
Spoilers,
Well, it's I'm just kidding.
Promise.
PS4, it's fair game now.
The 14th, I'd soon have all the blood
Again
I've
with
ever
the sexy
worn.
statues back there.
The island of Britannia,
Clutching the
fetid
beards
lair at the edge
in
of
the
our
background.
empire, was home to the
Statue.
bastards that had
Somebody had to
slaughtered my
carve that.
family and led the very rebellion
Well,
which had
someone
spewed
had to
on the
like
streets of
a
Rome.
computer animator had to.
Well,
draw it.
yeah.
Bursting with the 14th would take us to these islands.
You want to break
where I
the
would wreak
fourth
my
wall,
revenge,
Damon. Tell
crushing
everyone this is a video game.
insurrection.
Matt asks, "How do you guys like the new Xbox controller?"
Oh, I actually put up a video I would love for people to watch. Is a 360 versus Xbox One controller comparison, because I've been lucky enough. I've been playing extensively with the Xbox One controller for many hours at this point. Yeah, go watch the video. But the short version is, in my opinion, I think the DualShock 4 is great. The 360 controller was great. But I think this is the best all-around video game controller ever made.
Nice. I thought
I know
about the 360.
I know. I
one,
can already
so-
see the Xbox fanboy comments popping in, but just the ergonomics of it, the grips, the impulse triggers. When you try those impulse triggers, play Forza. You will love that. So that is probably the coolest new feature. And also the batteries are eternal. I've been playing dozens of hours. And
Eternal.
okay, eternal strong word.
We've
Come
got
on.
internal batteries.
Sorry, my friend.
But
Since the dawn of
not
time.
internal, eternal. But yeah, the battery life's great, even though that is one of my complaints is that it takes double-A's. I know there was a big discussion in our controller comparison video thread where a lot of people were like, no, I think batteries are better because then if the internal battery dies, like on
You have to
your
buy a new
DualShock, you have to buy a
controller.
new controller. But it's just the problem with double-A's for me is when your batteries die, it's just really annoying.
Yeah, like
Whereas-
what if you don't have any around?
Right,
Then you're like,
exactly.
"Geez."
So, but in any case, I think it's a fantastic controller. Oh, and also the D-pad is amazing now. It went from utter crap.
Yeah.
It went from like a 1 to a 9, possibly even a 10.
It's great. The triggers are really wide on the sides and the outside edges. I actually really like that too.
Yeah.
Thought it might be a little uncomfortable, but it's not. I need to not do terrible.
I like even in those scenes where you're barely seeing Marius's face, he's got cool facial animations. Like you can see the sort of, passionate, angry look as he's slashing
Dismembering
some dude.
things.
Yeah. It's that time in the show, Damon, where the air conditioning has turned on in the studio.
I know.
It's really cold.
I hid
frigid in here.
I hid my Halo Reach hoodie back here in case I need it.
There's a few minutes left of Ryse gameplay here. I'm going to pick a winner to receive a free copy
So
of Ryse.
you, and by the way, all of our winners, Damon, will get, these are digital download codes.
So you have codes. Perfect.
And so they will get them on Friday.
That's awesome.
You will have this on launch day.
Hey, I got a thing for you. Scroll.
Thank you.
There you go.
So see, I've still got 10 more to find.
Boys left to the 14th and take down that chain tower.
Yeah, with our studio lighting, it's a little difficult for us to see. The screen is a little strange. Fortunately, it looks fine at home.
Here you go, archers. Actually, I like fighting archers. I didn't think they were very annoying. You can deflect their arrows. Sometimes you form up. Maybe we'll get there. We're running out of time.
I think we can just get there. Yes.
To the phalanx?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
We're heading for that tower.
okay. So speaking of archers, let's give away a copy of Ryse, Son of Rome to...
Wait, speaking of archers, where are you
Let me
going with
finish,
this?
Let me finish. To Callum Newlands. Callum Newlands is our first winner of the day. He says Ryse looks a lot like how the Lord of the Rings movie games played, and they were fun. Would you agree?
Yeah.
that a good-
You're talking about the Xbox
Like two towers in-
One,
like the
PS2
PS2
games.
games, yeah.
Two towers.
Yeah.
It's funny, we were just talking about that game on Podcast Unlocked last week. But yes, I mean, I guess that's a pretty fair comparison as well. It's almost a next-gen version of that. That's actually a really astute comparison.
There you go.
A little more gore in this
He
one.
deserves him. He deserves
That's
a
what
copy of
I
Ryse
thought
for that.
so.
That was a great question. Great point. Headstand there at the end. And pull it out. Yeah.
I probably roll too much in this game, but
Now move out.
you don't need to
But
do it
that's
very
how
often.
you roll.
Yeah, it's fairly fun. I'm a chronic roller.
Mitch is rolling his eyes off camera
Yeah,
over here.
there's a lot of rolling going on right now. They see me rolling.
Let's drop this
Mitch
now.
is dead. Mitch just
I
died.
killed Mitch off
I'm
camera.
embarrassed for what I started. I'm trying to get us to that point. I
You're
think
really
we'll
on a
end
roll
there.
right now.
No,
throat.
he's scared.
Yeah.
He's scared.
Throat.
He's scared. He didn't want to die.
He realized it at the last second, like, I think I've made bad decisions.
Oh no!
Like, oh!
He looks down as it
No.
falls off. Yeah, it's pretty. Here we go.
Just cauterize it. It'll be
That
fine. Off the
That guy
rock.
must have weighed 350 pounds.
Off the rock. Yes.
Well,
You are taking us out with a bang here, Brian. I
that's
appreciate
actually
it.
that's actually probably a good point to switch over to Forza.
All right. So actually, I'm going to do that right now.
Okay.
If
With
the
voice commands, or?
if it will work properly.
Let's do it.
Because we've been having trouble with voice commands all day.
Let's attempt.
All right. Xbox, go to Forza Motorsport 5.
Keep searching for survivors.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, let me
Okay.
do this one more time. If not, we'll just do it the traditional way. Xbox, go to Forza Motorsport 5. There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Look at that.
Hand it off.
Not quite instant switching.
But very cool.